What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you those 40 facts and lore on the Warhammer 40K universe. Today, I need your help, because as most of you know, I'm not very good when it comes to the English language. It was a hard time learning English in kindergarten when I could only speak Spanish. But I overcame somewhat, and today I need your help. Is it pronounced ethereal or ethereal? That is the question. So, either purge me in the comments as I mispronounce it throughout the entire video, because today I will be talking about the Ethereal Aun'shi, the master of the blade. So, sit tight, relax, and get some snacks as we dive into these 40 facts. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Tau were a young race who almost ended up wiping out their entire species through infighting. However, the heavens split open and the ethereal caste descended. With their guidance, the ethereals elevated the primal Tau into a futuristic spacefaring race in such a short amount of time. There are countless theories as to what exactly the ethereals are up to, how they did this, and how they're able to control the Tau. Some say it's mind control, or perhaps pheromone control, and some even go as far as to say that they are utilizing the warp to control the Tau. I'll go into a little bit more of this whole theory in a later video, so subscribe so you guys can be the first to check it out. However, we have to continue, because the one thing to note is that there are a few variations of ethereals. First, you've got the surfer ethereals, the pointy ethereals, the dumbfuck ethereals, the tactically smart ethereal, the popey ethereals, the cultured ethereals, the big titty ethereals. But most importantly of all, you have the ethereal that's the best ethereal out there, the Donnie Yen ethereal, aka the Chirrut ethereal, or better known simply as Aun'shi. Aun'shi was a great ethereal who had done much for the Tau Empire, and after decades of service, Aun'shi was ready to call it quits and retire on a nice pleasure world. I mean, a paradise planet. This ain't no Imperium video. However, this is a 40k video, and in this universe there is only war, so Aun'shi was given one final mission before retiring. He was to train and lead a new Tau colony upon the planet known as Keltir, a planet plagued by the war-loving greenskins, the orcs. So for the most part, everything went according to plan, and just before Aun'shi was about to leave, the orcs attacked. The ambushing horde got the best of the fire warriors, and they suffered many casualties, including having their very own Shazvray leader being beheaded by the orc war boss. Fear and panic soon spread out amongst the Tau, but Aun'shi wasn't having any of that. Aun'shi yelled out, war boss, and he starts walking towards him. The war boss looks in confusion. Ho! You're approaching me? Instead of running away, you're coming to me? Aun'shi replies, well, I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer. In a mighty weeb-like move, Aun'shi leapt into the air, and with a single stroke of his honor blade, he sliced the war boss. All was quiet as Aun'shi stood up. The war boss tried to counterattack, but a spray of blood erupted as the orc was cut in two. The Tau, who had just saw such an anime scene unfold before their eyes, were revitalized in spirit, and they created a firing line. For what seemed like hours, the Tau held back against the greenskin horde, as Aun'shi was trying to defend them, but his age was showing, and he was getting slower and slower, but he would not yield. Despite the mounds of dead orcs all around, they still kept charging in. And just when all hope seemed lost, the Tau reinforcements arrived. Once the greenskins were all mowed down, Aun'shi was covered in orc blood and ichor, but he had protected the fire warriors. His legendary deeds quickly spread throughout the Tau Empire, and he quickly became a living legend, which came back to bite him in the ass, because now he couldn't retire. They made the poor old dude continue fighting, and not just that, they gave him one of the most sucky-ass nicknames I've ever heard. The Aged Wonder. That sucks. However, during his next few bizarre adventures, he would meet with none other than the renegade Farsight, and the two actually became best bros. They liked getting up close into the combat, and they both specialized in fighting the orcs, so they began to respect one another. After this, there is actually a novel, I think it's also called Aun'shi, that I kind of don't want to get into because I want to read this myself, but just the premise of it is really badass. Essentially what it is, spoiler alert, Tony Stark dies in Endgame. No, but honestly, spoiler alert if you don't want to know what happens in Aun'shi, but I'll give you a quick summary just in case you do. So, basically, Aun'shi goes onto the dead world of Arthas Moloch, the world that Farsight ended up losing his ethereals to, and that was the reason why he went to Renegade. So, Aun'shi was trying to investigate what exactly happened, and as he was on this planet, he uncovered an Eldari warp gate. Unfortunately, this warp gate brought him to either Kamara or some Dark Eldar-controlled area, and they captured Aun'shi. They took him to the pits, the fighting pits of Kamara, and he essentially was the prized slave of a Dark Eldar slave master, I guess you can say. And there's a bunch of really cool, things that happened here. But again, I kind of spoiled myself because I read the synopsis of it, but I still want to read the book. So if you guys have read Aun'shi, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if it is actually a good read. But from the looks of it, I think the author kind of played up Aun'shi to be like this awesome fighter. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, he is a badass, but to go up against all the things in Kamara and come out on top, yeah. I don't know if this is canon either. If it is, that's pretty cool. If not, then still pretty cool. I mean, to have your own what if scenario with a freaking Tau Ethereal in the fighting pits of Kamara. It's kind of weird to see because Tau ain't about that close combat fighting, especially Ethereals. So this is a nice little twist on that Tau goodness. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about Aun'shi's bizarre adventures. And that's all I got. If you guys have any other characters that you want us to cover, let me know which ones. Also, there will be, like I said earlier, a video focusing on the theories surrounding the mysteries of who the Ethereals actually are, where did they come from, how are they able to sway the Tau to listen to them, to do certain things, and also, is it pheromone control? Mind control? What actually is it? So if you guys have any thoughts and theories, let me know down below. And also, let me know if you guys want more ethereal love for the Tau, because currently they're a very good unit, especially if you're playing a bunch of fire warrior squads on the battlefield, because they really boost and just do a good amount of support for the Tau. I never really liked playing fire warriors. I never really liked ethereals, so I've never used that combination on the battlefield. But from what I've seen in battle reports, they seem to be the bee's knees if you're all about that playstyle. So again, guys, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.